everybody, it's Lisa from Shabby Road Studio. Today is Mixed Media Friday. So this is our project for today and probably many other days. But okay, so let's talk about this. I'm out of breath. I just came up the stairs. So this has sheets of chipboard and it flips shut, and then it has this twine that you can, anyways, it's too fat to go through. Oh, there we go. So you can just tie that shut like that, or have it be like this, or like this, I guess. So this I bought who knows how long ago. I got this, I think, at Goodwill, I'm gonna say. I had no idea what people usually did with it. I had no idea what I was gonna do with it, but today just had one of those moments like, oh, let's do something with that. So I know we've been working in the, well, we just started working in the vintage photo album of mine. And so I had this bright idea. I don't know how bright it's going to be, but well, first of all, I want to take out this twine because I don't want to use that. I don't think. So I'm just going to take that out. So I had this bright idea. In order to use this, and we can have some fun on Mixed Media Fridays or one today, or who knows. I thought we would make a faux vintage photo album. Yeah, I don't know. Today we're gonna just decorate the cover. I don't know if we'll do both covers, but I want it to be in this orientation, this way. So it'll open like this, and then we can do something fun with this side and this side. We're not going to stick a bunch of ephemera in here. This is just going to be like a, well, kind of like just a fun place to do some mixed media. So who knows what's going to happen in here. But, so let me introduce you to the main character. Yeah, the main characters. You've seen these people before. I can't stop, like, I'm attracted to this couple for some reason. You know, I made that big Mixed Media Friday art project with these guys on a big scale, right? So I just feel like they are the patriarch and matriarch of this album. So I printed them out on a I think that's 5x7 or 4x6. Let's see. That's 4x6. 4x6. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to cut these guys out. They're eventually going to be right here. They're going to be the star of the cover. So let's cut them out. I just like to use my big chomper because, well, I just do. There we go. So we have, what should we call them? The grumpy couple, the grumpy family? I don't know. Like, we need to come up with a name for this couple. Mr. and Mrs. I don't know. You leave that in the comments under this video. What should we call these guys? And then we'll give them a label, like the whatever their the Smiths. And that's not what we're going to use, so don't put that. But let's just find a name for them, and we will add that to the front of the album. So I'm opening this up. I love that it's on this spiral, so we can open it right up and lay it flat. I am deciding whether or not, well, I have a lot of papers over here to the left that I want to go on here. It's going to be like a collage, but I wanted to do some paint or some gesso, but I thought it would be fun. So this, what do you call these? Embossing tool. So what if we just did some fun shapes? So I bought this just this morning, actually, at a garage sale. And I don't need it to teach math, but I thought these are chipboard circles and shapes. And I thought there's got to be a use. I mean, these were a quarter. It was brand new. I just took the wrapper off. There's eight pages or sheets of chipboard with these little shapes ready to be punched out. So I was like, you know, there's got to be some use for these. Got to be some use for these in Junk Journalville. So I bought them. And so, oh yeah, they come out fairly easy. We're gonna punch these out. Careful. I'm gonna punch these out, and I'll be back. So I punched out this section of the kind of like the triangle shapes. You know, when I saw these at the garage sale, immediately my mind went to those could be earrings. You know, because they're a good lightweight. You can drill a hole. You can cover this with, you know, anything you want. You can make, you know, yeah, these would be really cute for earrings or anything. So that's where my mind went. But for this project, I'm thinking, like, I just want to take this tool, do some, I don't know if this is going to work. This is just, like I said, things are in my mind and they don't always come out into reality like I think they might. But I thought, given this album some texture, so it's not just flat, I am going to cover this with different papers and things, but, you know, part of this indentation should still show up. It should. I don't know. We'll see. I've never done this before. That seems to be the theme of my channel. I've never done this before. Okay. You know, you can see it. It's there. It could be fun. Let's do another. Well, that's going to be too far up. Okay, so let's see. What other shape could we do? We don't even need those. We can just do like squiggly lines. Freehand. Right? Just, you can do dots. Just something fun. Let's see. Let's punch these circles. You know, this, I'm glad I bought these, because there's got to be a use for all these. And for a quarter, you guys. I can't pass stuff up when it's cheap like that. Especially, I mean, it's chipboard, you know? You could take a bunch of these and glue them on and then paint over it. It would just give texture. There's just a million things you could do with that. Okay, there's some circles. We'll do some more. Another squiggly line here. Like I said, these aren't all gonna show. And maybe none of them will, because we're going to do something over top of this. So right now I want to see how some gesso will look. I'm just going to squeeze some on there. And then we're just going to go for it. Just gonna paint some on just to get a little color under everything else that we're gonna put on here. Yep. I don't know. There's something about that couple. I wish I knew more about them. So because I don't, I'm gonna have to create my own imagination. And that's what this album is gonna be. We're going to create an imaginary life for these two, and their life is going to be on the pages of this album. So it'll be fun, right? We'll figure out something. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is pretty dry. So initially I had planned, I thought, to use this couple. And after I printed them, I thought, wait a minute, why am I using this couple when I really love this couple? So these guys are not going to be in this album. We'll have to use them another time. So this is our couple. And so I have picked out a bunch of papers that I love from the Happy Mail box, and yeah, I'm just going to utilize some of these on this. Look at this one. I am in love with this one. Oh man, I just love that. And I don't know if I should use it on the front or save it for a whole sheet. I don't know yet. But this is what we're using. And yeah, I decided to go ahead and use a piece of this. I know, Shannon, you told me to go ahead and use it. It's gonna kill me to just use this original when I can do, you know, scan and copy, but you know, we might just go ahead and use a piece of this. So, oh, here we, okay. We're just gonna do it, okay? We're just gonna do it. Oh, that hurt. It's hard. It's hard. Just going to do a little something like that. So, I'm not sure if I want to start folding these over and then just covering. I might do that. Might have to do that. Leave enough that we can just roll it over the edge. That might look cool instead of butting everything up. I don't know. Let's get the Mod Podge out and start playing with this. Okay. So I want to turn it over to make sure I've got enough, I guess. Yeah, that's probably enough. I know you can't see exactly, but okay. Just gonna fold this up now. I don't want to wait, I guess. I think we'll just do it as we go. As we put something else on, we'll just stick that down. it. That's the first piece. It's gonna be cute. I mean, man, there's so many. Like this paper stash I ended up with is so perfect for this because this is just gonna be, it's just gonna give it that, oh my goodness, old, yummy, grungy look. So we'll definitely hard to know where to glue. Can't see on that white, but I want to get it to the edge, but I don't care if some of the gesso is showing it. That's why I did it. So let's flip that over. Hopefully I left enough to stick. There we go. Just use your hands, Lisa. Just use your hands. I know I'm going to love this project because there's going to be a lot of Mod Podge involved and a lot of sticking and collaging, so I'm going to be happy. I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, oh, I love that. I love this, I want to say fabric. I love this paper. So much fun. Okay, I don't know what it is about this. Well, I do, let me tell you. So I feel like this reminds me of old wallpaper, like that would be in an old home that the grumpy couple might have lived in. So, yeah. I'm trying to figure out which section of color I want, though. I don't think I want the pink, so... All right, let me put my brush down. Let me put this off to the side. I think I'm going to use a ruler and just try to get a piece of this. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to... I mean, the pink is good, too, because it's grungy, but... Okay. Now let's bring this back. I think it's going to be like, yeah. All right, so we want enough to, it's going to be hard to fold this over because this is heavy cardstock. And I want to have enough to fold over that way and fold this way. So let's go to about right there. And it's gonna be tough. Maybe just try to fold it first before we get glue all over it. Just getting it prepared, sort of. There we go. Yeah. I wish I had more room to work, like for you to be able to see, because I feel like I keep going out of frame. Okay. And I know there's straight edges, but this isn't going to be, you know, like there's going to be things overlapping this, so I feel like it's okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not liking the straight edges, but there are going to be things coming over that. So I think this will be okay. Let's just get some, let's get it gooped up with some Mod Podge and see if we can get it to stick. Have I said I love Mod Podge lately? I know. Okay, I'll stop. So we can call this a faux photo album junk journal, can't we? So we keep it junk journal-y. Well, you know, we just want to keep everybody happy. We don't want people to get mad and unsubscribe. Okay, let's bring our album back in. Yeah, love that paper. It just literally reminds me of a wall in somebody's home with the old wallpaper. I'm glad we're overlapping. It's going to be fun when this side's covered. It's just going to look so neat. Okay, let's turn it and see what we got. Oh yeah, okay. So this is fun. Okay. Now I have this page. I don't know. I just want to... So I picked this out initially to use the old music. Like this says copyright 1928. And I hate to lose that title there. So what do? Let's see. Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to use it. We're also going to use this. So about there, maybe. And get the Mod Podge going. Oops, don't get it too far up. Okay, now we need to glue our other side here. Fold and stick. Try to get it without wrinkles, but sometimes it happens. Okay, that's looking good. It feels like it's not sticking as good. Maybe that bumpy paper. I'm not against putting some on the top because probably I'll do that anyways. Just to give it that sealed glossy look that I love when you put the Mod Podge over everything. Ooh, I love it. Love it. And you can just slide your fingers around on there and get it all smooshed down. Okay. Yeah. Now what do we got next? So got this here? I'm trying to think. That really tears easy. It's very, very fragile. So I'll just tear a page out. I don't know if that's going to be too fragile to go around the side or not, but all right, we're going to give it a try. It may be too fragile to do what I had hoped, but we're going to give it a try. I just kind of want it right here. I didn't do my cut in the corner deal, did I? All right, let's turn it over. Yeah, this is an awkward shape to try to get into frame for everybody. Alright, I think it worked. Let's see how it's looking on the front. Let's give it that brush of Mod Podge. Oops. Okay, I like it. I like it so far, you guys. They're just giving me a little bits and pieces of all these special papers. Let's bring in the family, shall we? Oh yeah. Yeah, they're gonna cover up a lot of my wallpaper, but it's okay. It's still there. So we need a piece of something here and a little bit over here. I like it so far though. Really, really like it. This is fun. God, I love stuff like that. I love master boards and collage. This is really thick. I'm wondering if it'll work. Really doesn't tear very easily either. Loving it though. I love that paper. How about just a strip like it right there? Okay. Now, I've never used this paper. I don't even know. I can't remember what Shannon said this was. And so I'm hoping that Mod Podge will adhere this to this collage here. We'll see. Is that just, oh my gosh, I love that so much because it just, like, you can see through those flower things. And so you can see the music coming through. You can see some of the wallpaper. I'm going to call this wallpaper now from now on. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. This is going to be one of my favorite projects. So much fun. Okay, so we have bits and pieces that I pulled out. Oh no, I don't know. Don't think the red's gonna work now. It's just too overpowering, but we probably will use it eventually. And is this like, I think that could work. I think that could definitely work. So I have to have enough Oh, okay. This is definitely not wanting to tear. Okay, so I want it to come kind of over, down a little bit. It's enough to wrap. Wow, what is this stuff? That's pretty awesome though. Okay, so that's enough to wrap around. I don't really want it to come over this far. So just like that far, save that piece. That actually. Oh, so I just want to say, in case any of you watched yesterday's upcycling video, I did wash and dry that jean jacket vest again, and the armholes frayed really nicely, so it just makes it look so cute. Okay, let's get this where we want it on the front. Oh my goodness. I mean, could I ask for a better Happy Meal than that package of papers? This is yummy. I just want to use this, but I don't want it to take over the show. So, let me see. Just maybe sideways like that so that it kind of goes with the music that it came from. Yeah. I mean, I'd ink the edges, but I want you to put the Mod Podge on it. The Mod Podge just smears that ink. I think I want to put it there just so it's matched back up with its music. Kind of fun, huh? Kind of fun. And then just kind of going over the top. Yep. Oh my goodness, I love this. Just sealing up all these papers, kind of marrying them together. I don't know, you guys, papers, I mean, papers just, it makes me happy. It's the little things, you guys, it really is. Like, look how many fun things you can do with just some old papers. This is everything right here. This is everything. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. Okay, I took a little break while this dried, and I absolutely love it. I love the way it feels and the way it looks. Now, my plan was to do some inking at some point here because you remember we put those grooves in here, and I was hoping if my paper wasn't too thick that I would be able to catch some of those grooves underneath. So we're gonna try that with a bit of ink. Okay, so normally I don't play with gloves on, but I did put some ink in the little container to use, and I don't want to take any chances on staining my hands. Okay, so my hope is that we can do this. Wow, I'm a little scared, I'm a little nervous. Oh, maybe it's not even gonna. is it? It's catching in some areas and some areas it's not. Like, I'm not quite sure why it's doing that. I don't know. I mean, are they gonna cover that? Maybe. Kind of not crazy about it the way it grabbed onto this paper, but I am the one that tried it, so. And like I said, I just wanted to see if it would grab up some of the grooves that I made on here. And it's not that I can tell, but that's okay. That kind of looks like a rip in the wallpaper. So I'm not really mad about that. The only thing I'm a little bit bummed about is how it's grabbed onto this paper that I loved. But again, this is an old photo album, right? These people have been around for years, so it's gonna be okay. I still love it. I still absolutely love it. So let's put the top on that ink so we don't spill it, for goodness sake. And let this dry a little bit. Okay. So I'm still pretty happy with this. It's pretty dry now. I don't think I need something there. I'm just taking a little bit of the Distress Oxide and going around the very edge of this a little bit to give it some grunge. I just think our paper is probably just too thick to allow those grooves that I made to come through. That was my idea. I thought it would look cool to have some kind of a embedded design in this. I mean, the thought was cool, but it didn't work out, so we just move on. Okay, so I am loving this so far. But this piece will come over this. We also have to poke out our holes where our tie, our twine, or whatever we decide to use is going to come through. So we've got those now. But like I said, this is going to come over, so we need to decorate this next. So I want to keep this theme right here going. Now I can't very well use this because this is dark now. So this will be used on the inside. I think definitely some more of this. But I'm wondering if I want to try to go, see, we've got some ripply bends right here. So I don't know for sure what I'm gonna do on the inside of this cover. So I don't know if I should keep just rolling this over, you know, like I did on the front. I don't know if I want to do that because I'm not sure what's going to happen here, you know. I mean, I guess we could. Just gonna Mod Podge this piece and get us a piece started here to see how we want this to go. Okay. It's really windy here today, so you can probably hear my wind chimes in the background. If you can hear them over the darn roosters. Yep. I get so used to the sounds that I don't even think about it, but then when I'm editing the video, I'm like, oh my goodness. People. I get really used to hearing the wind chimes because it's very windy here all the time. So it's just kind of a normal noise to me. It's not even noticeable anymore. Okay. I like that. I didn't go over that edge on purpose because probably going to bring something and wrap it around. But I'm trying to get that little piece. There we go. I just like to seal it with some Mod Podge. Okay, so, and I'll have to darken it. Whatever we put on this, I'll have to darken it a little bit with some more ink. With what we have already, what I want in this corner. That's pretty, but it would show through underneath. And do I want another piece? So it's got to go something like, go right about there. Now we're going to stay on this side of that. So we just want to cut that corner. And again, I'm just going to try to bend it before I get the glue on it. Just to give it an idea where it's going. All right, so right about there, and then that piece. Just taking off that little white edge. When we rip the scrapbook paper, it gives you that weird, maybe I don't even need the ink. Maybe I'll just go with this and kind of grungy the corners up. Oh yeah, that'll work. But I didn't go over that with Mod Podge, and it's just gonna probably just, not too bad. Usually the Mod Podge just smears that ink, oxide, whatever. That's pretty good though. But I don't like the straight, harsh line right there. So I gotta decide middle of this. We'll see if this will work. Yeah, there's already Mod Podge on here. Just a little bit on the edge. Oh, okay. Is this just gonna fade into the background? Might be kind of cool. But then again, it's just gonna show that it's just gonna show that harsh line. I don't know what it'll look like when it dries, so we'll have to. I mean, it's still cool. You know, it's not like, it's not gonna be nice there, but I need to find something to break that up. Maybe that. I think that works because now it's just, there's not that straight line there. Okay, let's let this dry. Okay, dry. And yep, we gotta poke our hole there. So I think what I'm gonna do, if this will work, perfect. Big chomper. That worked. I'll just take that and just kind of work it in there. Okay, nice. So we use a good selection. I just noticed I didn't want this striped to go the other way, and I stuck it on the other way. Oh well. I love this. The music balances itself out. The wallpaper. Yeah, I really like how this faux vintage photo album cover has started out. So we are going to grab our lovely couple. I don't know what I want to do. Like, I don't want them to be like just too, you know what I mean? I don't know if anybody knows what I mean when I say, you know what I mean. I just always say that. You know what I mean? I realize I say that a lot. Okay, what happened to, oh, there it is. So I did this die cut, but I don't, it's not, you know what I mean? It's, oh my gosh, there I go again. It's not big enough. Like, this was in my head getting like something around their picture, but this isn't big enough because it encroaches in on them. So, oh, wait a minute. What if we, just a minute, just a thought just popped into my head. What if we cut it in half and just, let's see. Let's just see. I don't know. I can always cut another one. I don't care. It's just a die cut. And what if we just kind of, I don't know. something like that, you know, like just enlarging this a little bit, but I don't want it to go beyond the edge. No, it's not really working for me. It's not really working for me. I don't like it this way either. Maybe just part of it, like this part. We're gonna flip that over so we get the exact amount. Doesn't have to be exact, but it would be nice if it was similar. So, you know, like, obviously not the brown, but I will match this to this. If we don't use it, we've just made a bunch of pieces for something else. I've got all these pieces too, I don't know. No, I don't like that either. Just plain. Okay. I don't have any kind of a frame. I guess, obviously, we could build a frame. But I want these guys kind of, okay, so centered in this portion. Right from here to here. So, like, right about here, maybe. But they just seem too bright now. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to say, do you know what I mean? I gotta stop saying that. All right, so what can we do to make them look not so... Okay, I just had a weird idea that I thought I should try off camera before I actually showed it on camera. And I have this roll of wallpaper. And it looks like tin ceiling kind of thing. You can paint this. It's paintable. And I thought, So I cut one of these designs out. And I have slit the top and the bottom, kind of just stuck their photo in there. Now, of course, I don't want it white, but I could paint this. Let's take them out. Let's see. Let's see what coffee water does to it first. I don't know if it'll be enough, you know, like if it'll change it enough for me. I don't know that it will. It might just make it soggy. And this is wallpaper, so it's going to make it stick probably. All right, let me dry that. Okay, it's not as dark as I want it, so I'm thinking about going over it with this. It is picking up. We're not going to see that anyways because they're going to be in there, but it is kind of picking up those raised embossed areas in the... Now see, let's just see where they would be. So something like that. And then clean up our spot, get our album back. Okay, I mean, I I like it. It does cover up a lot of my wallpaper, but I kind of like it, guys. I think it gives them kind of the center stage. So when we consider all options for their name, their last name, we'll put a tag right here on the front. So I'm serious. I want you guys to put your ideas in the comments. I'm not lying. This is our fun contest here. So I like it. So now to glue this on and to keep them kind of wet. I'm wondering if Mod Podge would be enough. But, I mean, it's not gonna hurt, I guess, to try it. I'm just gonna sometimes you just gotta stop for a minute and think. And what I did was just looked around my craft studio and thought, what could I use for kind of a frame type thing that what I feel like would work for this project. And that wallpaper was just kind of like, hey, right over here. But again, I wanted to try it a little bit before I just turned the camera on. Okay, we're getting this up out the way, and then we're gonna clean this off. Okay. You know, they're not gonna stick because, yeah, this is not gonna work because I need them stuck down. I don't want them flopping around, so we gotta have, you know what? I don't know if this is gonna stick. Let's get them stuck to this first. Right there. And we might have to add, I hate to use that much art glitter glue on this. Okay, we're gonna go with it. Oops. Right about there. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straight with this music down here, which doesn't mean the music's straight, but at least it's in line. Okay. What do you think? Are these guys even? Are they a little crooked? There. I like it. Except for that bit right there. Okay, so we have completed the front of our faux vintage photo album. We can do the back, or we can do the inside next time. But I wanted to get this front first to give you an idea where we're going with this. And we love these people. Got a little oopsie there. We love these people because look at them, they're so grumpy. We're gonna fill this little photo album with things that go along with their mood. So, all right, you guys, thanks for hanging out for Mixed Media Friday. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Hey, you know what? If you could do me a favor, if you have not subscribed, I never ask this. But you know what? I have a goal. So I finally reached 2,000 subscribers. Yay! Thank you everybody who subscribed. So My goal, and I don't know if I could meet it, but this is June, and I would love to be at 5,000 subscribers by Christmas. And I know it's a big, big goal, but I know that you guys can help me do it. If anybody, even if you shared a link to one of my videos on your Facebook, I don't know, whatever, you know, hit like, subscribe if you're not already. But I would love to reach my goal of 5,000 subscribers by Christmas. So that would help me immensely financially, and it would just be so much more fun to have more people watching. So thank you if you already subscribed, and thank you if you would be willing to share my channel. I would love it, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So I'll see you on the next video. Bye.